on the line. What is that? What was that?
I don't know.
I like bug.
I don't know.
I like bug.
I don't know. Are you gonna go, Mimi's? Okay, then. Good night.
No. No, wait.
What?
No, wait.
Why not? I thought you said you were tired. Okay, so... Ew, get your chonies out of my face. They smell good, but do not put them in people's faces. That's gross.
Smelling on your nose.
Stop smelling your chonies, Noah.
Smell on your nose.
No. Okay, so...
You're a monster.
I'm never gonna get to make this video. Bless you. Ew, who's thinking about you?
You're a monster.
No, I'm not. Okay, so this is a video I'm making. I gotta say, since he's been home, it's been pretty awesome. Excuse you. He's happy to be home. He's stated.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Can I write the story?
Yeah. Are you gonna be in it? What do you have to say? So whatevs. But he's really awesome and
home.
Huh?
He's happy to be home.
You're happy to be home? Yeah. It's been different trying to get adjusted to him again.
Shanna's a girl.
Yes, she is.
The Pam's a girl. Yeah, sure is.
I don't know, honestly, I feel like it's gonna be different. It's different because there's just been so much lost time over these past, 2 years. For one point in time, since I did get him taken away October 2012, we've been placed together at one point in time for... We were placed together from early February to mid May, and that was the only time that we were really together since the separation, and it was good then. But right now he's just he's older and he knows a lot more. He's smart. He really catches on easy. He understands a lot, and it just, I don't know, I feel like when I first got him taken away, he was 1 year and 3 months old, and before that day, it was always me and him. We were always together in our room at the group home. We were always just in our room, or if anything, we'd always be together. He had only been away from me for the first time he was about 3-4 months old, and I left for 3 hours just to attend a funeral because he couldn't be there, and that was the only time. Oh, there was another time where he was about 9 months old and I was really sick, and so my sister offered to take him for that night, but he came back that next morning. And there had been another time when I had my surgery in October 2011, And of course, I couldn't have him there at the hospital with me, so he went with my sister again. And before that day, it was always me and him all the time, 24/7. I really didn't let a lot of people watch him, just my sisters. And yeah, it was just me and Noah 24/7. I always knew where he was. We were just always together in the kitchen, in the living room, in the room mostly. We spent a lot of time just me and Noah. It was like, yeah. Like, I know a lot of girls, they have kids and they have already, like, after the baby's a couple months old, they're already out partying and stuff, and I could have did that, but I chose not to. I chose to, I mean, yeah, I was still, like, smoking, but that was only, like, when he was asleep. And yeah, when I got him taken, I took it really hard. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, you lose your kid, and I remember when I first went out to my group home, I was on my way, and I had to pack up all our stuff. He had just had his first dental appointment that day, and I was so excited. I was so happy to take my baby to his first dental appointment. And I remember I came back from the clinic, and my house manager said that I needed to pack all our stuff, everything, but mine and his had to be separate. And then I knew that I was gonna lose. I knew, like, you know, obviously separate and to pack. And I didn't know what, like, I don't know, just so many things were going through my head. And I called my caseworker, and that's what she said, that I was being placed in surprise and I couldn't take Noah with me, so he was going to be placed with my sister. But I don't know, I did pack her stuff, and that was the hardest day for me ever. And I just remember I was in my room, and the girls were with me, Kirsten and Kimberly. I think Ashley was there too, or I don't know, but they were with me, and I was just crying, and it was so hard. It was really hard, but that was just the beginning of it. And I got mad, I broke a lamp, I kicked a hole in the wall. I was just so angry. And they came and they picked him up, and he left before me. And I just remember buckling him in the car seat, and it was really hard. I couldn't believe it. And he left, and I just cried. I cried. And then after he left, I started packing up my things, and it was like, I don't know, the longest drive in the world out there. And I remember arriving at the house, and I just felt so stupid. I felt so shitty. And I got my stuff out. We did my intake, and it was late. It was about 9. And my caseworker left. And after she left, I cried even more, because that was like my last connection. I never been to Surprise. I didn't know anybody, and I didn't know what it was like. Every single day up until it was October, then February I was placed back with my sister, with Noah, and every day I cried. Almost all day, every day I cried. I couldn't believe it. And I tried. I remember one time when I first went out to my new group home, we're at the park, and there was these little kids playing. This little boy was playing. And from behind, he was a little Mexican boy, and behind he looked like Noah. He was bald, just about his height, almost his skin color.
With my truck?
No. And like, I just saw him, and I just felt this urge, like, to follow him for some reason. Like, you know, he looked like Noah, and I didn't know, but it felt weird. Like, I was like, was I really about to follow this kid? But I didn't.
You can't hear me.
I know. Aren't you gonna go, Mimi's? Okay. Good night, baby. I love you. Kiss. Good night.
Lucky right here.
Anyways, I did get placed home. I was happy to be back. And then stuff happened between my sister and I, and it was the weekend of Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day weekend, and I remember we were at the children's home, and they said he was gonna be there. I was gonna go out there back to surprise again, and it was hard again. I mean, I don't know, like, you should never, like, I mean, you shouldn't be getting used to it, but it was a bit more easier than the first time, because I don't know, but it was just a bit more easier, because I don't know. So I was out there. I waited till I turned 18 to get out of the group home. I got out and I turned 18, and then just a month after, like in October or the end of September, my caseworker, or my former caseworker, had said that I needed to start my classes. And so I did, and I started with motherhood, with family preservation, and then I started school again, and I had first met Tamiko, and I had met Tamiko, and we when we first got together, it was it was really going like so good, no arguments, no nothing, like for a couple months. It was just good, like nothing happened, and no arguments, surprisingly. And just kind of after a while, we just kind of started drinking, and it was bad. And you know, I got my Percat like every other native, but I got it, and we were, get down, get down. And it was just drinking, and I started doing meth, and that really did get me off track. But you know, it wasn't like a lot of people try to blame her, but it wasn't her. It was my choice. I chose to do those things, but yeah, she was right along with me. And just kind of after a while, I stopped doing it. I stopped doing meth, and I stopped drinking that New Year's. So from September to like December, I was just drinking and doing meth. But after New Year's is pretty much when my drug use had stopped. I mean, I was still smoking weed, but you know, like, not everybody looks at that as a really bad thing. It's not. I don't think it is. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's not really. Whatever. And so, yeah, I had finished my motherhood, That was a 12-week session, so 3 months. And then I started next with healthy relationships. And on the side, I was doing positive Indian parenting. And, oh yeah, that's all I was doing. But in March, I did try to attend personal growth, but I was at a bad spot. Tamiko ended up going into jail, and
Tamiko?
yeah, my dad had just been incarcerated too, like prior to that, with I think January. And that's all I could think about was just my dad, Tamiko, and also my little brother's incarcerated too. And I couldn't get my mind off them, and it was just kind of hard to stay focused, so they had sent me back. I mean, like, I cried, because I was like, that was the last thing I needed to do to get my son back. I cried, but, you know, like, everything in life happens for a reason, and I understand that. I was a little upset, but, you know, everything happens for a reason. And that's why, like, I could be mad that I got him taken away, but, yeah, everything does happen for a reason. And it may be bad, it may be good, and, well, mostly the bad, they do happen. And the time we're going through it, it does seem so shitty, you just feel down, but you can't let things like that bring you down, though. Yeah, it did bring me down, but after I lost him, I realized it sounds bad, but I did realize what a blessing I had. God really did bless me with him. And it's fucked up, but after I lost him, I realized that, you know, I can't do this. I mean, you know, it opens your eyes to so much that a lot of our kids we take for granted. We do. And I'm not the only one, I know that. And yeah. Anyways, so pretty much after New Year's I started really trying to do my stuff. And so yeah, I've been doing my classes, and also just recently I did start anger management. I had completed outpatient treatment with behavioral health, and that made me really happy. Like, anybody, if you're gonna watch this, I don't know if anybody is or not, but like at the graduation, everybody could tell I was just so happy. I was so proud of myself to actually like complete something. And when I was attending those classes, I would really put in my opinion, my words, or whatever. Like, I really tried, and it made me feel happy when I did graduate after those 3 weeks. I mean, I missed 2 days, but that was because I didn't have a sitter, then to attend GED orientation. So it was like not just that I didn't want to go, it was because something happened, you know. And yeah, but where I'm at right now, I got him back August 19th, and I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. Like, he's back home. It's been so hard having to be without him, wondering who's taking care of him. Is anybody holding him? Do they show him affection? And now I don't have to worry about that because I'm doing everything. I am holding him when he cries, and he's happy, and he's sad, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I can't believe it. But it's not official. I mean, he plays with me, yeah, but it's official on October 4th at my next court. And it just, right now, it just seems too good to be true. Like, they're gonna take him from me again, or that something's gonna happen, and I'm so scared. But I really trying to keep my faith strong in myself that I can do this, because it's been a little hard, because I've been always by myself, and well, with Tamiko, but now I have to find a sitter so I can go to class, and it's different, but it's everything I should have been doing this whole time. Thank you. And it's nice though. It really is. And there's been so many people beside me this whole time too. There's been people talking shit to me, saying you're not even doing anything, and just other people saying that he's better off somewhere else, or just putting me down and really making me feel shitty. And they were saying that what I was doing wasn't enough, I should have been doing more, and all this and that. But I did do it, and I do have him now. There's those people, those really awesome people. But anyways, along with those people who were putting me down, I thank them, because those words make me just want to try harder and do more. And yeah, they were assholes, but it really did push me. And I was like, now I can rub it in their face, or, well, not like that, because that's stupid, but what was that you were saying? They're dumb for doing that, but it was good to hear it though too. And there was those people that were supporting me, saying you can get him back, you're going to, and I kept telling myself, no, I'm not going to, trying to get myself ready just in case I was gonna lose him, because I didn't know, I was scared. And okay, and one of the main ones, because she's with me 24/7, is my girlfriend Tamiko. She was always saying, you're gonna get him back, you need to stop doing that. And I would say, no, I'm not, I'm a bad parent, and he deserves to be with somebody else. And why me? And I don't know, it was really hard. But she was always there. When we got together, it had just been 9 months since I got him taken. And now we've been together for almost 14 months, a year, 2 months, and she's always been here by my side telling me, I'm gonna get him back, I'm gonna get him back. And I probably wouldn't really be able to do it without her. I mean, yeah, we had our ups and downs, but really, she was my main supporter. She was always there telling me positive things, and I would always say negative. And she'd always say, why do you always put yourself down? Why do you do that to yourself? And I don't know why I would, but I'm really happy to have her, and that she's been by my side through this. When I would get him for the weekend, she would always be here, and we'd take turns with changing him and disciplining him. She's really a part of it. She's not just there just to be there, and she's really active. She plays a big part in his life, and he really has grown to love her, and it makes me so happy when I see them playing together or doing anything together. She cooks for him and everything. She'll put him in the bath, and I'll be doing something else, I don't know, whatever. She really does her part, and even though he's not hers, she's still a part of him and really wants to be there for him. And that means a lot to me, considering the fact that his dad's not in his life at all. He's met him twice, and that's about it. It's just meeting. He's never even held him, nothing. I've never received any kind of money, any clothes, diapers, wipes, bottles, formula, nothing. And but that's fine, because one day he's gonna want to be a part of his life, and it might be too late. Maybe Noah's not gonna want to meet him. Although if that were to happen, I would encourage Noah to speak to his dad. But if he doesn't want to, I can't force him to. But one day maybe he'll grow up, or maybe he'll just stay wherever he's at. I don't know where he's at. I don't talk to him. We don't communicate anymore, because when we would talk, he would just ask questions like about me, like, what are you doing, what's up, and where you at. Like, it was never about Noah. It was always just about me. That's all he wanted to hear about. So after that, I just said, okay, I'm gonna stop talking to him and just leave it up to him. Whenever he wants to come around and start asking for Noah and doing things for him, that's up to him. I'm not gonna force him to. He's 24, 22, 23. He has 2 other kids.
Now we're gonna listen to
One day he might grow up. He may never, like a lot of the guys don't. You see them, how old are they? 30, 40 years old, still in gangs, still partying, still messing around, having more kids and not taking care of them. I don't know, they're just something else, don't want to grow up. But a lot of us moms, we have changed for our kids. I know that. And I mean, it's kind of taken a while to drop things. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I know I was still drinking, but it wasn't as bad before I had Noah. I was out every weekend, even during the weekdays. I would take off from school, be getting high at school all the time. I was partying like no other, and I pretty much dropped out of school 7th grade just to go party. And it was dumb, yeah, It all started because I lost my grandmother in October 2008. And after that, I took it really hard because she was the main one who was always here for me. What? Yeah, I just started doing whatever, drinking, smoking, and a lot of other bad choices that I've made, and that which led me to being placed in a group home. And I remember the first time I went to jail, all I remember is drinking with my brothers at my aunt's house, and then next thing you know, I blacked out, and then I came to it, and I was being arrested. And I had no idea what was going on. And I just remember when I was getting arrested, I just came to it, and I was yelling, whatever. And that officer was trying to put me in that car, but I was just kicking and yelling and making a fool out of myself. It was so dumb. And I came to it, and I was at the hospital, and then blacked out, came to it, and I was in the jail getting a strip search. And then that next day I woke up and had the baddest hangover ever. And that's in my court. They said that they were going to send me out to a group home in Chandler. And I was like, what the fuck did I just get myself into? And I just remember thinking, and anyways, I got out and I was placed at the girls' home. And I ran away, and a couple of days later I got caught. And they sent me out like the day after I got caught. And I remember I went out there, and my first group home was in Chandler, and I was so scared. Like, I was born and raised on the res, and to actually go off into a place with other races and other things and rules, and I was wild. I was a wild ass res kid. And do it. But
He's hurting
I got
again.
used to it. And then I had ran away. I had just got out of jail again. And I ran away when I got out of jail. It was September 2010. And October, I ended up drinking, and that's how I got pregnant by his dad. And I never regret it. The only thing is that I wish I could have waited, so I could have actually finished school. But without him, I'd probably be in jail again, longer for something more stupid, or I don't know, maybe dead, or something else like worse. And because I've been shot at twice. That day that we first went to jail, we got shot at, and a couple months prior to that, we got shot at in cells. And you know, nowadays the gangs are nothing, but like that's what I was involved in. And my baby, he saved my life. He really did. Who knows where I'd be, what I'd be, how I would, and if I would still be here. So my son, he saved my life. He means the world to me, and I feel so bad for having put him through the system and the group home, just because I experienced it too, and I know it's bad. And God, if I could, I would have tried to be in school more, but you know, like I said, things happen for a reason. Whatever reason it may be, we may never understand why the things happened the way they did. But, you know, sometimes you gotta put things in God's hands and let Him take care of it, you know, not stress yourself over it too much, just knowing that God's gonna handle it, and just praying. That's what I've been doing, is praying. I'm not a Jesus nut or anything, but I mean, you know, I believe in prayer, that it works and it helps, and I believe that God helps us. And sometimes I get mad and don't understand why. Like, why did you do this and why did you do that? Like, I try to blame him for things, but sometimes I have to look at it. I did it to myself. I put myself through it. But I know that with God, I can get through anything. Look at everything I have been put through already. It's crazy to have a kid when you're 15 years old. It's so, like, wow. When I had him, I was so scared. I had a C-section because his shoulders were too wide, and they would have had to dislocate his shoulder, this whole complicated thing. So I had a C-section, and he was born, he was 9 pounds and 3 ounces, and I remember looking at him when I was on the operating table and they showed him to me, and I just couldn't believe that was my baby. He was finally here, and like, he was so huge. He was 9 pounds and 3 ounces. He was so big. I always knew that I'd have a fat baby, though. I mean, because I'm big. I've always been big. But, yeah, that was, like, the happiest day of my life. That really was, like, no day could ever amount to the day that he came into my life, into the world. And, yeah, it's just, wow, he's here. And when I did find out I was pregnant, I found out December 16, 2010, and I almost lost him. December 19, 2010, I started bleeding. I was in jail in Phoenix, the Durango, whatever, and I started bleeding, and I was crying, and they took me to the hospital, and they did an ultrasound, and I remember seeing him, and he was just like I was only like 6 weeks or 7 weeks pregnant, and he was just like a tiny bean, or like a little shrimp, and I heard his heartbeat. It was so fast, and it was just music to my ears. no sound can ever be as beautiful as the sound of your baby's heartbeat. And they told me that if I was going to lose him, I was going to lose him within that week. And it was a really hard week considering, you know, I was in there. Then is when I really started, like, believing, trying to, like, get myself to believe in God. And I started praying. And I prayed like crazy all the time. You know, I wouldn't say it out loud, but I'd be praying like in my head, and that's when I really believed in God, because look at, he's here, he's 3 years old, he's here. God really does work miracles, and I prayed, and since then I can say I believed in God ever since. Because before I used to say that he wasn't real, he just takes people from us, and, you know, like a lot of people do. And God really blessed me, he really did. And for me to have done the things that I have, of losing him and still drinking and stuff, I did take granted for my son. But now that I have him back, like after I got him taken and have him back, I never want to lose him again. And I am really gonna try. I mean, not try, but I'm gonna do it. I am going to. It's gonna be hard. And like Tamiko, she says she's here for us. I mean, I told her, you know, she's young too. She's only 21, going on 22. And I told her, you know, if you don't want to be here and stay for us, that's fine. You know, you're young, you have your own life, and like, you know, she doesn't have to, but she said that she wants to be, and that she's gonna try, or she's gonna do her best to stop, to get through it. Can you go put that back, please? Yes, put it back where you got it. And yeah, I mean, so far, yeah, she's been making an effort. Her drinking has minimalized like a lot, and she doesn't smoke. She hasn't even smoked since like February. And like with her anger, she's really trying to control it, and well, we're both trying because we have our own issues between ourselves, but her, she, like, wow, like, she's really making the effort to change for us. And I told her, you know, like, I'm here to support you along the way, and I know it's not gonna be easy, and like, I know change isn't gonna happen overnight. It's gonna be hard, things are gonna come our way, but it's up to us if we really want to be together and make it through. But I told her that no matter what, I'm always going to be here for her. And I know that relapse can happen, too. Either, I mean, between her or myself, it can happen. But I am trying to be understanding of her, and, like, we talk about our issues, what led to our drinking, what led to, you know, our problems. And we try to work through them, and it's hard, and it really is. And this is my first like real like relationship where we're really talking. We live together. We've lived together ever since like October, November. It's been different. Like, I've never lived with anybody else, you know, and like had somebody around 24/7, and it is nice though. It really is to have someone there for you all the time. And yeah, it really is. I can't believe it. I have somebody here for me, like, to help me with my son too, because it's not easy to raise a kid. But she's here with me, and right now she's off to treatment. And that's like, she's making an effort for us, for me and my baby. Wow. And it was her choice to go. Like, probation didn't make her. They just asked her, like, do you want to? It was an option. And she chose to. I'm happy. I miss her so much. It's only been 5 days. So it's been just 5 days. And I miss her so much. Because like that, we're always together 24/7. We've lived together. Seems like forever that we've been living together and that we've been together, although it's only been 13 and a half months. But yeah. And before, when Noah first came that first week, she was the one who was watching him while I'd go to my classes and stuff. And now I have to find someone else too, and it's a struggle, but you know, like, whether she's gonna be here for us forever or go do her own thing, that's, like, you know, I appreciate her, and I have a lot of good things to say about her. And not a lot of people will stand by someone and be there with them, supporting them through something like this. But she has. She has. And I'm just so happy that I've met somebody like her. I mean, I've met her. And nobody else can be like her. No one else can replace her, do the things that she's done. And like I told her before, if it doesn't work between us, I don't want to be with anybody else. I mean, I don't. Because it's really hard to trust somebody, get to know them, and tell them your secrets, your flaws, like, you know, your past. Especially if you have one as fucked up as mine. It's really hard to put yourself out there. But I'm just happy that although I've told her almost everything about me, I mean, I've told her a lot about me, but not everything. Like the deepest things, and I've told her that too. Like, you know, I'm just not ready to share it with you, and I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, but she understands that she's told me everything about her, and a good thing about her is she doesn't lie to me. And a lot of people say whatever, that's BS, or like, no, but she doesn't. Good or bad, she'll tell me anything, everything. And sometimes I'd be like, I honestly wish she didn't tell me that. But, you know, that's just how she is with me. She's honest, whether it's bad. And, like, I'm still here for her, no matter what she's told me or what we've been through, because we've been through a lot of hard things together. But, yeah, I'm just happy that I have somebody else here. And Noah's called her mom a couple times, or mama, and that made me really happy. Because a lot of girls are with all these people, bringing them around their kids, but she's like the second person that I have since he's been born, and the other person was only around for like a month. And I mean, well, we were together for 9 months, but he had only been around her for a month, and that was it, because we moved from Tucson. But yeah, hey, no, what are you doing with that? Anyways, I know I've been talking forever, and even if nobody watches this, whatever, I made a video of my story, and part of it, the same, even, it's only part of it. Trust me, there's so much more. But anyways, I'm happy with my family, my family, my mom, dad, siblings, grandparents, uncles and aunts. And I'm really happy with my own family, me, Tamko, and Noah. Whether or not she's here forever or whatever. But for the time being, yes, I am. Maybe not all day, every day that I'm happy, but I am happy every day. And I can't believe that I have my own family. And I told Noah too that no matter what, whether she's here or not, or anybody else, our family is always gonna be me and you. No matter what, it's always me and you. And you know, yeah, my family is my son and forever will be my son. That's my family, my own. And like, thank God for everything, my trials and tribulations, for they have made me who I am today. I'm strong. It gets hard. I cry. I get angry, but I'm strong. No matter what I've been put through, I'm strong, and I come out stronger every time. And I learn new things. You know, I learned my lesson through a lot of things, bad and good. Awesome. Where are you getting those?
Huh?
Where are you getting those?
Over there. It's in there.
Okay. Don't put them in your mouth. Okay.
They're dirty.
Ew, then get them off. But anyways, whether you watch this or not, thank you. I guess taking, what, 46, 47 minutes out of your time. Whether you skip through things. Yeah, I just wanted to make this. I don't have anybody to really talk to right now. My mom's asleep. My sisters aren't here. My girlfriend's not here. And
The cow's not here too.
yeah, the cow's not here either. This guy is so silly. But yeah,
The birds.
it was good to actually kind of talk to myself in a way, because you know I'm looking at myself and whatever. But yeah, it was really good to get this out and tell the story again. And I'm gonna watch this too myself. Just to see like what I've been talking about. I know some of it's kind of a little go on a little bit.
Somewhere in the morning.
We watched that yesterday.
I watch it in the morning.
Okay then.
What asleep?
Yeah, you have to go meet me so we can watch it in the morning.
Yeah.
This guy will watch Transformers every single day and not get tired of it. Just like Frozen. Oh my god, I hate that movie now.
You can't hear me.
Huh?
Can't hear me.
He wants to be heard. But anyways, it was good to do this for myself. When I'm feeling down, I can go back, because I'm feeling good right now. I'm in a good mood, and I'm a little tired, but I feel good right now. And when I'm feeling down, I can watch this about the positive side of me, the happy side, and you know, maybe I should make an angry video too. Just kidding, no, that's bad. But yeah, thank you guys, whoever, nobody watched this or whatever. But it was good for myself to hear it, to see it. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna end right here. 48 minutes now. But good night. Bye. What ifs? Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're ending right here.
Turn it off.
I am gonna turn it off, Essay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.